guys, I'm Talia. Congratulations on starting your Invisalign journey. Today I'm going to go through some tips and tricks on how to look after your Invisalign and any concerns that you may have. Please note everything is written down, but we're always here for you if you have any questions or concerns. First things first with your Invisalign, you're probably going to experience some slight discomfort for the next few days, okay? It's a bit of a bruising sensation, just like you've gone to the gym essentially. Any normal pain relief that you usually have and just persisting with it all, that will help. Everything will pass for you as well. Lots of talking, I like to say, just to get used to the speech. You might have a slight lisp as well as some saliva too. Completely normal. Your brain thinks it can chomp down on your aligners at the moment. Unfortunately, fortunately, you're not going to be eating them anytime soon, okay? Small sips of water and just persisting with it all, and I promise you it'll all become streamlined. It'll almost feel stranger not having your aligners in by the end of this than actually having them in. First things first, your Invisalign aligners. They're all going to be provided in the goodie bag that we give you today. Please note, we don't need to see you every 2 weeks, although you're more than welcome anytime in the clinic. We all have lives, okay? With your aligners, please make sure all of the boxes we're providing you, they're always kept in a nice, safe place, okay? Your aligners open up like so, and with these ones here, they come all joined together. Every aligner is different, so they've all got different programmed movement, which Dr. Sama's placed in your plan. With your aligners, they need to be worn for at least 20 to 22 hours a day, meaning we're taking them out when we have something to eat and drink other than water and placing them in the case provided. So now I'm going to teach you how to pop your aligners in and out and what to do once it's been taken out. So we've provided you with your own Invisalign case, making sure whenever the aligners aren't in your mouth, they're always in the case, never in a tissue, never wrapped up, and away from your dog. Your dog will love your retainers or aligners as well. Okay, so with your aligners, I always say easiest to do either top or bottom first. So top, you're always going to have the big teeth, bottom, always the little teeth. What you're going to do is you're going to place it in, line it up with the front teeth, press down slightly, and then from the back, and that's all in. All the way along. Same for the top as well, placing it in, lining it up with the front teeth, slightly press up, and then up from the back. Never pushing in straight from the front first, either top or bottom, and don't place it in and chomp down on it either. We want to make sure that yes, even though we're changing every 14 days, we're getting that full 14 days wear and making sure that we're looking after your aligners and your teeth as well. Once your aligners have been placed in, that's when we're going to use a chewy. I like to say that there's no point doing a squat if you're not going to squeeze your bum after it. We need to activate those muscles. So with your aligners, the chewies, make sure they fit nice and snug because teeth love pressure to move. Always keep an aligner or a chewy in your case. They come in different colors. So I've got purple today, smells like grape. When you pop your chewies in, you're going to open, hold down and up, all the way along, down and up. Sometimes it'll make that clicking noise, sometimes it might not, but all the way along at least 3 times a day, primarily breakfast, lunch and dinner for 5 minutes at a time. If you're like me and you're a chewy addict, always using these guys, like a chewing gum. Unfortunately, chewy is not going to work well with your aligners. I've tried and tested. I'm sorry guys, this is going to be your new best friend. Now for taking your aligner out. Always making sure I have 2 ways. So you can go from the back, slide down, and then pulling it out, always in the case, or from the inside, opposite hand to opposite side. So from the inside at the back, like so. You might be a little bit slobbery the next few times. At the start, like I said with the saliva, small sips of water and getting used to it. When you're taking your aligners out, same thing. I don't want any pulling from the front or from the side, okay? Always from the back, inside or outside. So when you're removing your aligners, they need to be brushed at least twice a day, like we're brushing our teeth. So making sure always cold water, and we've given you a toothbrush. I like to say it's like a designated aligner toothbrush. This part's gonna sound a little bit funny. Hand soap. Unfortunately, I haven't tasted a million hand soaps, but I know just a plain simple one, like a pump soap. I use the Dettol Sapoderm. I find that fantastic, but you do you. If you want tea tree flavored, that's completely fine. With that one there, you're gonna make sure placing a little bit on the toothbrush, placing it on your palm like so, and giving it a nice scrub. I don't want you holding onto it half and then giving it a brush like this, or just placing it in the bottom of the sink. At least once a week, we will give you some denture cleaning tablets. We provide you with what's called Retainer Bright. Otherwise, you've got the Polydent brand, Sterident, whatever you find works for you. You can get them at your local supermarkets and chemists. I like to soak them for about 5 to 10 minutes in cold water. Take it out, give it a nice little scrub again, and then rinsing with cold water. Every time, please, cold water. Your aligners, they're strong and durable, but unfortunately, hot melts plastic, okay? And we want them to last super duper well again. Some extra little goodies that you might find in your goodie bag. A lip balm, perfect for the lips. We want to make sure everything's nice and moisturized. And this little guy here, I know it looks like a nail file. With this one here, when we have your aligners, sometimes they might be a little bit sharp on some edges. They are digitally cut and custom to your gum line, but if anything's ever rubbing or uncomfortable, you're always free to give this one a little polish on there. Never on your teeth though, always on the aligners. In terms of your attachments as well, if any ever comes off, please let the clinic know and we'll get you in for an additional appointment to have those ones repaired. With your elastics, some of you may experience those throughout treatment, depending on how your bite's looking and Dr. Sama's program for you as well. We will provide you with copious amounts of elastics throughout treatment. They look like little loom bands. Parents, unfortunately, you will probably find these all around the house. You can thank us later for that. In terms of your elastics, they might be worn at nighttime or all the time whenever your aligners are in. Making sure there might be a silver or a clear button down the bottom, always looping it around and then up on the hook of the aligner as well. Throughout treatment as well, we might also do what's called IPR, so interproximal reduction. This will be done by a clinician, either Dr. Sama or one of her helpful teams of oral health therapists, which she works by. What they'll do is they'll use either a thin strip or potentially a little handpiece burr. That just helps with removing a very slight minimal amount of enamel just to create some space, making sure that we've got enough room for those teeth to be nice and aligned for you as well. At the end of that treatment, you might experience a little bit of spacing, which will feel quite magnetized to your tongue because our tongues love to explore. Please note, it's not as big as it feels and everything will close up nice and snug for you as well. But keeping that area nice and clean and just making sure to floss too, that will always help with reducing the spaces as well. Once again, guys, with your Invisalign, even if you've only got 16 in this set, it's not a race. At the end of that 16, even if you don't have an appointment with us in the clinic for at least a week or so, please make sure you're wearing that final aligner. At the end of that period, you'll come back and I like to call it a bit of a brainstorming session. So Dr. Sama will have a look at your teeth. She might find, I think this one needs to come down a little bit more. Or you might say, Dr. Sama, I don't really like how this one's looking. We'll do another scan for you and that's when we'll make you an additional set of aligners. Now, when I say additional set, you're not going backwards. We're still doing the final touches because we want to make sure, and Dr. Sama's a perfectionist. At that appointment, you'll have to stay on that final aligner just at nighttime and then you'll come and visit us again for another appointment. Once everything's done and dusted though, you then get provided with your retainers. With that one, retainers are nighttime for lifetime. So if you want that beautiful smile, no wrinkles or grey hair, exactly like that, you need to wear your retainers.